o'clock. Time to head out. Nice campsite. I know I'm not supposed to, I don't think. But this was already here. It just wasn't built up enough. So that's why it looks a little better than when I first pulled up yesterday. I'm mad buck on a wolf. I do know. But it was nice having my own little fire. Because it's out behind. But thank you to those people for letting me share the campsite. It was really nice of them to do. Let me see, there's a campsite over here, but I didn't think the trees looked the best. So plus too, like last night, I kept hearing like stuff fall, like limbs. This is what we're in for today, rocks. Yeah, I mean, it was just really, really nice of them to let me stay there last night. You know, and they said, oh, we'll have a fire later. I'm just kind of weird about stuff because I'm like, if I didn't help gather the wood and stuff, I don't feel like I should sit around and enjoy it. So it was nice of them to offer. That's kind of why I just did my own little fire and stuff. But, you know, this is new. I don't remember this being down last time. But, I mean, it's just right past the campsite, 104. There's maybe some good firewood for winter time for that campsite. If you have some sort of way to cut it. Oh, let's hope we don't have a lot of that today. Yeah, I slept great in the hammock last night. It was so warm. It was actually almost too warm. I don't know what the temperature was last night, but you know, and I didn't have my jacket or anything. It was just the fleece top and bottom, and I think I could have probably ditched the bottoms because even by the fire I wasn't really that cold, but I didn't want to take a chance on getting cold and staying cold. So but I think we got like 5 or 6 miles today, but it's over this rocky, rough terrain they call Linville Gorge Trail because it is rough. Seems like we'll be going through some spider webs this morning. But that's one of my favorite campsites, at least along the river that I've stayed at. Wish I could have kind of slept in and just enjoyed watching the river from the hammock, but kind of worried about the distance today, so now I want to be able to just enjoy the hike, not trying to rush, trying to get to the car before dark. So, and as slow as I walk, that could be a possibility. But yeah, it's a really pretty trail. I mean, this loop is really hasn't been bad. I don't think I would bring a beginner here, but and you can probably do it if you're just stubborn enough to do it. But I would say definitely be prepared for anything, high winds, you know, whatever temperature, especially between the top and down here. It's probably a good 10-degree difference at least, 5-10 degree. But definitely a cool little loop. I thought where they typically hatch is where the tree falls, and so I guess they started on the other side. A big up right here. That's just interesting. It pulls up the rocks and everything. I don't remember this being down. This is at 0.45. Well, that was a hold your breath moment. Oh gosh. Oh, I think I remember this spot. This is normally a water, like, this is water. I think this is where me and Mom got water when we were coming down, and we stopped and filtered water and took a break right there, right here on these rocks. Wow. So, yeah, I say 0.45. Sally, why do you do that? Get behind me. I seriously don't understand why she does that. Like, she gets ahead of me by like a foot and then just stops and looks at me like, okay, it's time to go. Like, oh yeah, now I gotta pass you. That's crazy though that this is dry. So I'm pretty sure this is where me and Mom stopped. Just take a break. Because then we got up there at that campsite and was like, dang it, we could have stopped here. But anyway. Now we start the fun portion of this stupid trail. Because I'm pretty sure from here on out it's going to be rocky. From what I remember anyway. Rocks are one thing, it's just all like off camber. Just, you know, that's nonsense. And unfortunately, we've lost her name tag somewhere along the way, our cute little name tag. So I don't know how it unclipped itself, but anyway. So if anybody sees that in Linville Gorge, and dog tag with Sally, and I think it said like Adventure Awaits or something like that, and it's got my contact information on the back. So if anybody finds that, it'd be great to have back. So I noticed it was missing at camp, but I didn't see it. And I mean, she has a penchant for going off and laying in the woods and stuff when I'm sitting by the fire, because she don't like sitting by the fire. But kind of sad that I lost that, but oh well. Had a dig later, I was starting to get a little too warm. There's a little source, but it's definitely lower than what I remember it. This is at 0.52. It's not really flowing well, so here's our little campsite, and I think there's one back closer to the river, but I'm not sure. No, maybe not. But I mean, this is a decent site. I don't see a ton of dead trees, because that one there's broke. Most of these are already broke. Well, that one's not. I mean, you see somebody's camped here. Anyway, that's at 0.52. The sun's hitting the ridge up there. Have you ever heard me say Thumper to her? That's like one of her nicknames, because when she's super excited, she'll lay on her back and just thump her back legs. It's so funny. But anyway, just making our way on up the trail. So I'll take that back. That is not Table Rock. That is looking at like the amphitheater and Mummy. Near the chimneys. It's kind of down from the chimneys. Anyway. See, and this is dry. This is at 0.78. So I didn't see the side trail for that campsite, but right here's like, looks like a side trail down to the river. Can't tell if there's a campsite down there or not, but it's at 0.91. Now it looks like a good place, and I can't imagine somebody would make a trail here just to go to get water. Yeah, I think this is a campsite. Yeah, I see the fire ring through the trees right there. So this definitely be a pretty cool site. I may have to come back on another recon trip. Like I say, I really don't have the energy in me right now to do any extra. Sorry, but I'll try to do another loop here, another 2-night loop. That way I can film all the campsites and stuff. But for now, we'll keep it moving. Now you can see that's that North Carolina Wall amphitheater section. Just past that campsite, 0.93. I think I'm standing in like a typical creek. But as you see, it's dry. That seems to be the theme. I'm not complaining. That's the only way I was going to do this loop, was if I could rock hop the Spence Bridge, because typically that's a swim. Oh, maybe right here's a good view. Oh yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, I think that in there is the amphitheater. That out that way is the chimneys. Oh, sorry. This in here's the chimneys, I believe. This is the amphitheater. Mummy. Yeah. What a cool view. One mile in. Now the fun starts. Whew. So, I don't know if y'all can see through the trees right in there. That's Table Rock. Right, yeah. And then behind that's Hawksbill. That right there. And this is that North Carolina Wall amphitheater. See how the cliff kind of turns inward? That's why they call it, I think, the amphitheater. So, when we were on that point, when we went down the amphitheater trail, we was probably right there somewhere along that edge right there. I think low route's a good way to go, Sal. Around. Oh, that hurt. Felt great. Low route. Well, it's trickier with these bed of leaves down. You can't hardly see the trail. See where you're putting your foot. So this little viewpoint's at 1.21. Really nice view of the river and the valley. Yeah, a little bit better view of Table Rock here too. Alright, you got it? Good girl. She's like, Mom, you're going too slow. Go on down. Go, go. So the trail comes down this way. Down. Sally's making her way down to the river. Pretty sure the trail stays up here. And I'm not going down a hill, I don't have to. Pretty view though. Oh wow, well, maybe I'll walk down a little bit just to get a better view upstream. Wow. Back on the trail. How is that trail go? Not right here. I think you can go straight too. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, yep, I did get off of it. Whoops. So yeah, just kind of, like we went down that way and around. But yeah, I don't see anywhere up there to camp. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so this is at 1.4. And you're like right off the trail, but obviously it's used a good bit. Anyway, that's at 1.4. I mean, you could hang a hammock here between those two trees, but you'd be kind of close to your fire pit. They're showing there's a campsite down by the river. Now, I hadn't seen really a trail, so I don't know, maybe you can go down that way. Looks kind of steep, but that's 1.5 from where we camped last night. Or, sorry, 1.53. Seems like I hear people. I thought I heard people a second ago. Spider web. It's swelling up a little bit. Alright, let's keep going, Sal. How big that rock is. It's huge. Okay, it goes down that way. Think. Or does it go this way? Oh, it does go this way. Okay. That's another place that there was water last time when me and Mom was here. 1.71. I'll link the video. I'll try to link the video in a couple of places just so y'all can see the difference between when me and my mom hiked this as part of the Rock Jock Loop and now. So we did that back in April, I think. So oh, those are pretty. So this is supposed to be another water source here. And one is dry, 1.94. But it does show that on Avenza that this is a seasonal. Like it's not all year round or whatever. So, oh, maybe down here's the other water source thing. Yeah, that's dry too. And I know there was water in this when me and Mom crossed it back in the spring. 1.96. So I believe this is a campsite. This is 2.02. I mean, you see there's a few dead trees. A lot of them look like they're down from, see right there's a tent spot. But see, I mean, like you're surrounded by dead trees. And I think that's dead. So I don't know if I would stay here. Big fire pit though. Maybe if you're in a hammock you could go up in there, but even some of those trees don't look the best. Pretty steep little climb and go down to the river. Looks pretty though. Well, you just made that look easy. Nice. Alright, come on. Okay, so here's a campsite at 2.16. So that's not too far. We'll walk in here. Oh, that's a big tree. There's some dead ones around here. I don't think I would stay here. A lot of dead trees. But nice little fire pit. So this would be a really nice campsite if trees wasn't all dead. So we're back on the main trail at 2.2. So here's another water source, but it is not flowing. So it's just past that campsite, 2.21. Well, I'm about wiped out. Really pretty. Well, get back on the trail. Try not to wipe out. On the trail, 2.22. Here's another big campsite right on the river. I would probably stay here. This looks relatively safe. I don't see a ton of dead trees. I'm gonna tell this is a popular spot. I made a little bench, a couple of benches. So this is 2.25. This is where I lost the trail last time. But definitely nice. Definitely got room for tents, hammocks. I would say definitely probably more hammock or tent friendly. You got flat spaces all over. You probably hang between those two, maybe these two. I don't know. That tree there's leaning though. I just don't know. Hang at your discretion. But over there's another tent site. So you come in and it's like, okay, where's the trail at? But I think it just stays like over this way. No, so it's at 2.25. On the river. You can tell just how deep this river is. We're in a drought and you can still swim in it. Probably drown in it too. You know, I hadn't been really worried about Spence crossing if people were saying, oh, you can boulder hop, but it's like, how big are the hops? Because I'm short. I'm short, but right now I don't know how much hopping I can do. But you gotta cross it one way or other. Now, I definitely think the river is definitely probably the lowest level I've ever seen it. There's normally, you don't even see that rock beach area there. Go. I think you took the hard route. Tell you what, I just knocked the crap out of that same area again. Sally took the hard way. She could have jumped, I think, up this way, but she chose to just claw her way up the rock. Hey. I think this is probably the worst, one of the worst sections along this that I'm aware of. That's a tough section right there. Just past that campsite coming up that hill. I definitely wouldn't want to do that at nighttime. That would not be good. So this is rock. This rock about 2.54. Back on the main trail. Salad, we don't have time for that, baby. No. Don't give me that look. We'll take a break once we cross the river, okay? Kind of curious how long she'll carry that. So at 2.6, the trail, it looks like it would go straight, but that's a shortcut. Oh, she dropped the stick. The trail actually goes this way and switchbacks back up. So you can see where the switchback just comes straight up. Honestly, just take the switchback. Save your energy. That's, I think, Table Rock or Little Table Rock. This mountain right here. Maybe, I think it is Table Rock. I don't know. It's one of the tables. Or at least in that little puddle where Sally's drinking it. 2.66. But there's nothing actually running. Last time I was here was coming this direction, or the other direction, and got up to this rock and I lost the trail, and we ended up coming this way. That trail does not do that. Wow. I love this. I'm beat, but it's pretty. Whew. I just met another nice backpacker. He had started at Short Off and did an 11-mile day yesterday. And they stayed off Spence Ridge and then crossed the river this morning. And he said that you can either go like upstream from where the trail dumps you out or downstream, as he was saying right where the trail like dumps you out. Like there was like a big gap where you really couldn't like get across. So good to know. It gives me a little more peace of mind, because I was really kind of starting to get in my head about whether I could do the crossing or not, because I would be up the creek if I can't cross it. So we'll just see what it's like when we get there. But I want to take a small short break up here near Conley, and then do the 3/4 mile or mile, whatever, up to Spence, cross the river, and then take a nice long break before we start climbing the ridge. But I mean, it's just, I mean, we've had perfect weather this weekend, and this is why I was so determined. I was like 3 days of gorgeous weather and peak fall color. Gotta go. So, man, just absolutely beautiful. So here's a campsite. Looks like kind of open, but I just wouldn't have to worry about a tree coming down on your head. Well, I say that. So there's a fire pit here, and then a really big fire pit over there underneath the rock. So this is at 2.84. And it looks like somebody's made, you had that one, and then somebody built this little thing. Whew. I'm ready for a snack, I do believe. 2.84. Man. If you hear me pitching a semi-fit, it's because I keep rolling my ankle. Now I gotta figure out if the trail goes left or right. So right here's another, coming up on another nice campsite. Like I say, you got a few dead trees, so I really just don't know. But I mean, plenty of room for tents. I don't know about hammocks so much, because some of these trees are big. You'd have to have some extended straps. But definitely a nice fire pit. One reason I didn't really care for this one is because it looks like a steep descent down to get water, but really pretty, really pretty. Alright, so this is at 2.88. But I'm surprised. Oh, there's another little fire ring there. And it's kind of confusing when you walk through these campsites, because it opens up so wide, and it's like, wait, where did the trail go? So that's why it's kind of like, wait a minute, I gotta find my way here. But that's a really nice little area. Down here is another campsite. Like I say, you got this big dead tree. Got a little bit better water access. Probably pitch tent right there. That looks moderately safe. Big fire ring, sit on the little logs. I think there was another site like up there on the hill, so this is like a 2.93. It's a nice little viewpoint there. 2.95. I kind of went down, started the left side, and then just kind of hugged the rock and kind of slid down. But you could go on this side and you can get your foot there, then just step down backwards. But I couldn't see that when I was coming over it, so. Oh, this is cool. So here's another water source that's dry, 3.02. I don't know if that's meant to be a campsite or not. Maybe it was one at one time. So here's a campsite. It don't look heavily used, probably because it's open. Kind of surrounded by dead looking trees. This is 3.08. I mean, it's got a nice fire ring. I mean, I don't think a ton of people are using it because it's kind of grown up. So maybe people are pitching their tent right there. It's kind of... Another maybe good tent spot. I don't see any threatening trees. It's at 3.11. And I think right up here is where me and my mom stayed when we came down Conley doing that rock jock loop. Yeah, it's right here. You can tell this is heavily used, so we set up here. I think we've always set up both tents here, now that I think about it. I don't remember. No, we shared a tent, that's right. Got the river there. Nice view. The bench has moved because it was over here. Now it's over there. Got plenty of wood here for fire. And there is some poison ivy on the back side of this log, so just be aware of that. That's at 3.13. I actually really like that campsite because there's not a lot of dead stuff. It's a pretty nice site. Right here by the river. So here's the junction with Conley. And the trail sign's kind of back away from, so if you wasn't paying attention, you'd miss it. 3.15. So I'm gonna walk up here a ways and maybe find a shady spot because I'm starting to get hot. And take the packs off and just rest for a little bit. Because we're over halfway to the car, so we still have a big climb, but so that's a campsite up on the hill, 3.19. You can look at my Cathedral Falls overnight video. I filmed most of the campsites up here between coming down Conley and to Cathedral Falls and back. So. There's a little campsite and fire ring. Place a small tent right there. Gorgeous spot. If he's a fisherman, that would be really good. I'm assuming. I don't know. I think fish like deeper water. But we're going to stop for a break here soon. I know there's a campsite up here on the right. It's like right on the river. It's like this is just gorgeous though. Really pretty. So yeah, I think we'll stop here just for a minute or 5 and just kind of rest. This is that camp, the other campsite, 3.26. You can see the fire ring over there. It's definitely hammock friendly, tent friendly, all that. Trying to find me a little spot on the river to take a break. I don't know, maybe we'll just keep going. So it looks like they've been camping here. See if we see another spot. Like I say, that's 3.28. And I know it's hammock friendly. We've done 3.3 miles. Let's see, we've done this. So we've been at this for almost 4 hours with no breaks. So we're averaging right at a mile per hour. Oh, this is where I about ate it last time when I was here crossing this, because this was cascading down 3.34. I guess we'll take a break here. Alright. Sitting here trying to calm my nerves about Spence River crossing. I know this river level's low, and some people say you can cross by boulder hopping. The last guy I met was like, oh, you got a big jump. I don't know what you're going to do with the dog. So I'm getting like a bunch of mixed reviews at this point. So now I'm kind of stressing out. But so I ate a couple of bars. I had a mutton bar, coconut almond, I think, and some sort of pecan cranberry bar. So I gave Sally a venison stick. I'm just sitting here enjoying this view. It's a really nice view here. I'm sitting on the edge of the fire pit. But I guess we'll go ahead and get packed up and head towards Spence. Get this river crossing out of the way. I think I'll feel so much better once I get past this river. Just worried about this river crossing. But it's the boat I've got myself into, so. You ready to cross the river, Sally? Should I cross the river? What are you talking about? I don't know. We'll see. Nice little lunch spot. Had a couple of bars. And I just really starting to stress about the river crossing. I don't know. Just like several people said it was just boulder hop, you know, just rock hopping. But then the last guy I saw said it wasn't. So I don't really know now. So here's like another, looks like used to be normally a water source at 3.37. Just met a fellow backpacker. He had missed his turn. He's going up Conley and he's probably a quarter mile past it, I guess. 8 mile. Man, what a beautiful river. I really hope this river crossing ain't a big deal. I don't have an alternative plan. There's really not an alternative. It's just, you just gotta do it. One way or other, we gotta do it. I honestly don't know whether the trail goes right or left, so I'm going to take the high route. It's our old cave camp. It's definitely cool in here. This is at 3.45. Oh, I remember this. We crossed it right there. So I'm going to go up here. This is just about too big of a step for me. Okay. It's hard to see underneath all these leaves. Alright, so here's Cathedral Falls campsite. Got that pretty steep scramble down, but it's a great little campsite. 3.78. You can see Cathedral Falls coming down there. Oh look, more up. Yay. And this is all new territory after this for me. I've not been past that. Pray Lord I get across this river safely and enjoyably. I like to be able to enjoy it, not stressing out. And that the path is clear to me. Not take the hard route. So here might usually be some sort of water source, but it's 3.83. It's just dripping. So I'm assuming this is the split from the Linville Gorge Trail, which you can keep going that way and go to Babel, which is another like 2.8 miles. Alright, we're gonna hang a right and try to cross the river, Lord willing. So to this point, 3.89. So this is where the bridge used to be when there was a bridge. These two guys just helped me out. They said to go down this way, so we got to scramble down. There is no way on God's green earth I would swim across here. So I think we're going down there.